Hello guys, welcome back to MedSurg Mentor. The liver is the largest and most massive internal organ of the body. The mass of a healthy human liver is approximately 1.2 to 1.5 kilograms. And it is located in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen behind the ribs. Today, let's discuss the disease condition cirrhosis of liver, which is the complication of many chronic liver diseases. Alright, let's begin. Definition of liver cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is the late stage of liver disease in which healthy liver tissue is replaced with scar tissue and the liver is permanently damaged. Etiologies of liver cirrhosis. Major etiologies are alcohol abuse, chronic viral infections of the liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, hemochromatosis, Wilson's disease, cystic fibrosis, glycogen storage disease, autoimmune hepatitis, blocked bile duct, and chronic heart failure. Risk factors of liver cirrhosis are alcohol abuse for many years, history of viral hepatitis and liver diseases, obesity, injection of drugs using shared needles, and history of diabetes. Next is pathophysiology of liver cirrhosis. Due to etiological factors like alcohol use and viral infection, liver is injured. Each time when the liver is injured, it tries to repair itself. In this process, scar tissue forms in response to continuous injuries. As cirrhosis progresses, more and more scar tissue forms, making it difficult for the liver to function. Finally, it results in complications like portal hypertension, esophageal varices, liver failure, and many more. Next is stages of cirrhosis. There are mainly 4 stages and they are stage 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's see each one in brief. Stage 1 cirrhosis involves some scarring of the liver but with very few symptoms. The stage is also called compensated stage where there is no complications. But in stage 2, there is worsening of portal hypertension and development of varices. And stage 3 cirrhosis involves development of swelling in the abdomen with advanced liver scarring. This stage is also called decompensated cirrhosis with serious complications and possible liver failure. Last one is stage 4 and this stage can be life-threatening. And patients develop end-stage liver disease which is fatal without a transplant. Important clinical features of liver cirrhosis are loss of appetite, tiredness, nausea, fever, unexpected weight loss, easy bruising, jaundice, itchy skin, and ascites. Other clinical features of liver cirrhosis are edema in legs, feet, and ankles, brownish or orange colored urine, light colored stools, confusion, difficulty thinking, memory loss and personality changes, blood in stool, redness in palms of hands, spiral-like blood vessels in skin, loss of sex drive, enlarged breast and shrunken testicles in men, and premature menopause in women. Diagnostic measures done to rule out liver cirrhosis are physical examination, blood tests such as liver enzymes, clotting factors, iron, bilirubin and WBC, CT scan, abdominal ultrasound, MRI, endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, and liver biopsy. Major complications of liver cirrhosis include portal hypertension, bleeding, esophageal varices, liver cancer, liver failure, ascites, malnutrition, hepatorenal syndrome, hepatopulmonary syndrome, infections, and hypersplenism. Now let's move on to the management of liver cirrhosis. First goal is to prevent further liver damage. The interventions are: identify the cause of liver damage, stop using alcohol, antiviral medications for hepatitis, avoid drugs that can damage liver, open blocked bile duct using drugs like ursodeoxycholic acid, treat autoimmune hepatitis by using drugs like prednisone and azathioprine, additional vitamin D and K supplementation, and immunization against infection with hepatitis A and B. Next management goal for the treatment of liver cirrhosis is treatment for complications. In ascites, common interventions are restriction of dietary sodium and fluid, administration of diuretics such as spironolactone and furosemide, abdominal paracentesis, and transjugular intravenous portosystemic shunting. We will be discussing these procedures in detail in the upcoming videos. Important managements done to treat bleeding from varices are beta blockers and octreotide, which can reduce the portal vein pressure, sclerotherapy, band ligation, transjugular intrahepatic portosystemic shunt, and distal splenorenal shunt. Other two goals in the management of liver cirrhosis are early detection of liver cancer and liver transplantation. A liver transplant is a procedure to replace liver with a healthy liver from a deceased donor or a part of a liver from a living donor. Preventive measures of liver cirrhosis are stop drinking alcohol, treat chronic hepatitis, avoid medications that stress the liver, eat a healthy, well-balanced, low-fat diet, maintain ideal body weight, avoid eating raw seafood such as oysters and clams, cut back on the amount of salt and fluid in diet, exercise regularly, and quit smoking. Nursing diagnosis for patients with liver cirrhosis are ineffective breathing pattern related to decreased lung expansion, imbalanced nutrition less than body requirement related to anorexia and nausea, excess fluid volume related to compromised regulatory mechanisms, risk for impaired skin integrity related to accumulation of bile salt and edema, risk for injury related to development of esophageal varices, risk for acute confusion related to liver damage, disturbed body image related to edema, and deficient knowledge regarding disease condition. Nursing cares for patients with liver cirrhosis are monitor blood pressure, central venous pressure, jugular venous distension, intake output, liver enzymes, blood urea nitrogen, and clotting factors, assess respiratory status and administer oxygen if needed, measure abdominal girth and encourage bed rest if ascites present, restrict sodium and fluid as indicated, Administer salt-free albumin or plasma expanders if needed. Administer medications like diuretics and positive inotropic drugs. Give small and frequent meals. Restrict intake of caffeine, gas-producing and spicy foods. And recommend elevating lower extremities. Some more nursing cares for patients with liver cirrhosis are: assist with active and passive range of motion exercises. Use alternating pressure mattress like waterbed and encourage frequent repositioning. Keep head of the bed elevated. Teach deep breathing and coughing exercises. Monitor serial arterial blood gas analysis, pulse oximetry, and chest x-rays. Restrict protein in diet and assist with procedures as indicated. So far, we have seen regarding liver cirrhosis, which is a late-stage result of various liver diseases and its complications. We have also reviewed its etiology, risk factors, pathophysiology, stages, clinical features, diagnostic measures, complications, management, nursing diagnosis, and nursing care. Thank you so much for watching, and a big thanks to all my subscribers for your support. Thank you.